Something absolutely insane happened to me recently. I went to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in Walt Disney World in the midst of a global pandemic. To say the least, it was quite the experience. What's up guys, this is ZonaFan, and in today's video I will be sharing with you my overall thoughts on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, discussing the various rides, attractions, and experiences within the land, and sharing my thoughts on just about anything else in between. But before we begin, I do want to mention that this video that you're watching right now is definitely the first, but certainly not the last in a series of videos that I plan to be making on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge in the future. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button with post notifications on so you don't miss out on those videos in the future, and drop a like on this video to help the channel out in the YouTube algorithm. I really do appreciate the support, guys, and I would love it if you could do that for me. All right, let's begin. Really quick, guys, I just wanted to say that I did not have my Canon DSLR with me, so all of the videos and images that you're gonna see in this video were shot on an iPhone, so it's not gonna be the best quality possible. So bear with me on this one, and sorry for the overly long intro. Now, without further ado, let's journey to Batuu and finally start this video. The moment you step into this amazing world, it feels like you're immediately transported to another planet. Within Black Spire Outpost itself, there are countless details, references, and also items hidden within the outpost itself that span the Star Wars galaxy. I felt like the town itself primarily pulled inspiration from the architecture of the original trilogy, while also slightly exhibiting more of the look and feel found within the Star Wars sequel trilogy. I also noticed these similarities upon listening to the music that John Williams composed for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I appreciate the lived-in look and feel of Black Spire Outpost, and even the restrooms look like they are from Star Wars. And yeah, Disney definitely went all out with this place. The entirety of Galaxy's Edge is like nothing I've seen before, and it genuinely makes you feel as if you were on a film set, but at the same time, it's so much more than that because you actually get to be there and see it all for yourself. Even if you're not a huge fan of the Star Wars sequel trilogy, I still feel like there's something for every Star Wars fan here. While I was there, I also got the chance to take a few pictures of Black Spire Outpost at night, and it is absolutely amazing, and it really elevates the experience in my opinion. There are also a bunch of other photos I took while I was at Galaxy's Edge, and if you want to see those, make sure that you follow me on Twitter at ZonaFanTB. And using the Star Wars datapad feature on the Play Disney Parks app, I was able to scan various crates around Black Spire Outpost, intercept communications, and even collect a few credits while I was at it. So that is something I definitely recommend you download either before or while you're at Galaxy's Edge, especially if you're looking to explore and create your own adventure. And still on the topic of my overall thoughts on Galaxy's Edge, some of the things I would have changed, besides the time I went during a global pandemic where we had to wear masks and socially distance, and also stand in the baking hot Florida sun. Besides all of that, the things I would actually change about Galaxy's Edge itself is especially getting back to my thoughts on the architecture. I really do feel like this place would have also fit in very, very well with the Mandalorian, especially the time period that it is set in. I do also agree with what other Star Wars YouTubers said about Galaxy's Edge, that it does feel empty, and there could be more characters and maybe even more aliens that actually aren't cast members roaming around the place to just give it some more life and ultimately to help you better connect with the world and to truly make you feel like you are in a galaxy far, far away. Now, I'm not saying that these are changes that Disney needs to implement right this second, but maybe 5-10 years later down the line, they could renovate this place to be within the time period of The Mandalorian instead of being within the Star Wars sequel trilogy, and maybe they could change a few rides, maybe a few of the set pieces, like instead of the First Order TIE Echelon, you could see some random freighter, or maybe even the Razor Crest, which you could actually go inside and look around for yourself. That would be something really, really cool. but those are just a couple of examples of things I would like to have changed at Galaxy's Edge, or even added on sometime in the future. And if you have any ideas for what you would change in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge or add on in the future, definitely feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Moving on from my rant, let's now talk about the two unique rides within Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I'd have to say that Rise of Resistance is probably my favorite out of the two. Even with it being the hot ticket attraction at Hollywood Studios, I was surprisingly enough able to ride it twice while I was there. Basically, the experience involves you boarding a Resistance transport, but you end up getting captured and are now trying to escape a First Order Star Destroyer with Kylo Ren and stormtroopers hot on your tail as a battle rages in space. Eventually, you get into escape pods and crash land back on Batuu as a member of the Resistance. I was seriously impressed with how Disney was able to construct and execute such a complex ride. I haven't even told you the craziest part. Once you get captured on the Star Destroyer, you can actually walk around, and outside of the ship, there are a bunch of stormtroopers waiting for you, which was honestly pretty intimidating and also pretty cool at the same time. Story time. Okay, so on my second time riding Rise of the Resistance, right before you get interrogated by Kylo Ren and General Hux, there was this First Order officer, I think his name was Kevin. He was absolutely hilarious, but I made the stupid decision of not recording any of those interactions for you guys. I am extremely sorry, because it would have made this video, probably a completely separate video that I would have made, a million times more entertaining. So I am really, really sorry for not recording that, and it was honestly one of those situations where you really just had to be there, you know? And with that sidebar out of the way, let's get back to talking about the second ride within Galaxy's Edge, and that is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Within Black Spire Outpost itself, the Millennium Falcon kind of serves as the main attraction or centerpiece of the town, and it was honestly pretty insane getting to actually walk up and see this iconic ship in real life. Not even that, but you actually get to walk inside and check out the interior of the Falcon. Once you enter the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, you are off on a daring coaxium heist with Hondo Ohnaka to push back the First Order and ultimately help Chewbacca and the Resistance. While you're at it, you're also trying to make yourself some credits. On top of that, you're also trying to not completely destroy the Millennium Falcon. Out of the 3 jobs you can take aboard the Falcon, I'd probably have to say that I enjoyed piloting the actual ship the least, but that is a story for another time. And definitely go ahead and let me know in the comments if you want to know what the most essential role in Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is, and I just might answer that question in a future video. Overall, I really enjoyed the amount of interaction there was on this ride, despite it sort of being an on-rails attraction and also in a lot of ways being quite similar to a video game. But when you compare Smuggler's Run to Rise of the Resistance, there isn't that much interaction. It's more like you're just along for the ride. Not saying that that's a bad thing. These are two very, very different experiences of themselves. Nonetheless, I still think that the 2 rides at Galaxy's Edge are some of the best that Disney currently has to offer. Anyways, I think that's all I have to say on Galaxy's Edge for now, but you definitely don't want to miss out on my next video, where I am probably going to be going to do an in-depth discussion on all of the merchandise I bought while I was there. And if you're new or haven't already, make sure that you subscribe with post notifications on so you don't miss out on that video or any other videos that I plan to make on Galaxy's Edge in the future. I really hope you all enjoyed today's video, and if you did, feel free to drop a like on it, or you can let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd also like to know, what other videos would you like to see made on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge? And while you're at it, make sure you also join my Discord server and follow me on Twitter. Links to both of those I just mentioned are in the description below this video. Be sure to check them out in case you haven't already. And yeah, I think that is gonna do it for me here, guys. I hope to see you all in my next video. Remember that this is ZonaFan signing off, and the Force will be with you always.